Well, hello, Soul Sanctuary. Glad to have you tune in. I have some very special guests with me today to help give you some more information of what we are about. So, we're a church that loves to do missions, and we try to have a presence in every part of the world. And today we are featuring Randy and Carla Redmond from Home of the Good Shepherd. They are the field representatives of Home of the Good Shepherd in Brazil. And I'm glad to have you guys with me today.
Great to be here.
Great to be here, Jerry.
And just thank you for taking some time and to filling in our community about who you are and why we support you. How's that sound?
Great.
Yeah. So what are you guys all about for those that may not know?
Well, we are actually Winnipeggers who have been in Brazil now for 17 years, representing you at Home of the Good Shepherd Ministries, which is located in the southern part of Brazil. It's actually a ministry, a work, a home that has students of all ages that are with us on a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week basis, ages 0 to 18. And at any time, we have like 60 to 80 children with us.
Wow, that's great. Now, you said southern Brazil. So is this like Brazil's a huge country?
Yeah, people don't realize how far it is. If you go on a plane, the
Okay,
flight,
from Winnipeg. How long does it take you to get there from Winnipeg?
well, it's to Toronto. The Toronto to Sao Paulo flight is 10 hours.
Oh,
Then you
wow.
got another almost 2-hour flight, and then you have a 6-hour drive.
Oh, you're kidding. So like
Yeah.
you're way out there.
Yeah, well, way in there actually.
Way
Once you get to the bottom, you drive way far in, close to the Argentina border.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So if you're a really big McDonald's fan, you'll
Yeah.
have to drive 6 hours to get there.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Wow, that's great. So what's the tropic like? Beautiful, hot?
You know what? It's exactly opposite of here. So when we're now going into the summer months, they're heading into the fall and to the winter, where it actually does, because it's so far south, we actually have 4 seasons.
Really?
And so, yeah. And so in the winter time there, which is the June, July kind of time, there actually some days has frost. So it does actually get to 0. It goes back up again, but it does go, there's no heaters in the house. So it is cold.
Okay. Well, that's great. So here's the big question. Why do you do what you do?
We do what we do because God called us to do it. And so we're here to be obedient to his calling on our life. And a lot of time that requires sacrifice, and it's not easy, and there's a lot of challenges, but there's also huge rewards in it. And yeah, calling us to be obedient is really what it's all about. And so we've had our own struggles in that, I think, hey?
Yeah, it's a daily growing process of relying on the Lord in regards to wisdom and direction. And yeah, we just it's a privilege to be able to be doing the work that we're doing.
I was actually thinking when you were saying about, or you weren't saying, but when you were called and you did not want to go and you ran from it for a long time, but after 15 years of marriage, we kindly gave in to God's calling on our life and went down there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he was there for you.
Yeah. And not an easy journey, like we said, but you know what? He was faithful through every step. Looking back, you have a lot of panic moments and stuff and challenges that you think you may not overcome. He helps you through them all, and taking those steps of faith is not easy, but you do it, and he's always come through every time.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're in a huge challenge, COVID. So here we are, April 2020, and COVID has been on the scene for quite a while. How has that affected your ministry?
Well, we are very thankful that no children have been impacted by COVID. The country, we are in a code black right now. So it is all around us. And yeah, we are so thankful for everyone's prayers. It is.
Yeah, and it's been a huge challenge because the kids, they live in two separate sites. Like the boys are on one side and the girls are another. Some of them are siblings, which once a week they get together for like a sibling lunch. But otherwise, they saw each other at school and stuff. And now school was canceled. So there's home packets being sent home. It was a whole big adjustment period because home learning is foreign to them down there. And so now for these house parents to also be doing these teaching times, we have a teacher on staff that oversees it all for them. But there's just been a huge major adjustment with that. And for the high school students, which there is only about 6 or 7 of them but it works out perfectly because we had gotten a donation some years ago for a computer lab. So it's been fabulous because we've been able to adapt to that even for these kids as well, that they could do online learning.
So go ahead, Randy.
It's so interesting that over the last couple of years, we have restructured to be and actually putting the recommendation to the judicial system in regards to the child's safety, that we would be able to do the court hearings through video. So we were able to structure that, and that is exactly what is happening now. We were prepared for the season. Interesting how God directed all of that.
So maybe elaborate a little bit on that. You work hand in hand with the Brazilian court system.
Yeah, we have the children come to us through the judicial system. And so there are about 30 different municipalities that will see a child in need for abandonment, abuse, some type of neglect. And they are through the system then brought to us. And then they will stay with us anywhere for a few months or a few years. It all depends on their situation. But then they're with us, and we work with about 10 different judges. So there's a lot of different documentations and psychologist things, all kinds of stuff to help care for each child's need.
And you guys have favor working with the judges and things like that then?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
It's fabulous to hear.
It's amazing. Yeah. We
Do you have
all
any-
pray
do you
for
have
God.
I realize that there's confidentiality issues, but do you have any stories that you can share?
We actually have quite a few different stories, but one that's most recent is a boy who was with us for about 8 years or so. Him and his brother arrived at the home, his younger brother, and they were actually they were kind of mules, drug mules for the stepdad and stuff. And so they were removed from that type of a setting and brought to us, and they kind of grew up totally different characters. The young one is a wild child, and the older one was this serious boy. And he just grew up and was really focused on what he wanted to do with his life and saw the opportunities that were given to him. And he just really focused in and did his studies and everything. He committed his heart to the Lord. He was baptized. He's serving the Lord. And now his dream is to be in the Air Force. And he actually just got into the Air Force to study, to hopefully one day he'd love to be a pilot. So that's his dream. But for him to live about 4 hours away and still live for the Lord and be a witness where he is. And that's really what it's about, because we don't want them doing religion. We want them knowing about their relationship with Christ.
And so you were able to help him complete his school and then do the application to the Air Force too.
Yeah, that's right.
But it was so rewarding to see how he made the decision, Jerry, to start in life, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here he is going to school in the morning, being at a restaurant after he had left the home, washing dishes to prepare for his nighttime study as at a computer science lab, preparing to qualify in regards to his grades to get into this Air Force program.
And when he came to you, is it fair for me to say that there was no hope for these kids?
Yeah, I mean, if they would have stayed where they are with most of our kids, if they stay where they are, it really makes it a super hard road for them, in life.
Well, that's great to hear. That's great to hear.
Yeah.
And you have a thriving church with all these kids too?
Yeah.
Yes, we do. We do. We do. It's pretty neat to see them all active, participating, volunteering. So everybody wants to help out. We have a mobile church at the moment, but everybody was pre-COVID. Everybody wanted to help getting extension cords together. So a lot of volunteers who have to administrate that high energy wanting to help.
Right, right. And speaking of volunteers, I understand you also take people in to help serve with you and assist you from Canada.
Yeah, we do. Pre-COVID again, we had at various times, they had groups coming down and just actually ministering into their lives and also helping out with different things that we needed at that particular time. Unfortunately, because of all this, it's kind of put a halt to it. But we're excited that once we kind of get over this hump, that maybe this can start up again, because I think it really makes a difference and it's super impacting for the kids down there to have people come and visit and share their stories and their things that maybe they've gone through in their life and be able to minister into the life of the child. And very often the people that go down to minister end up being ministered to by the kids, because just seeing the difference and the change that happens in them.
And I think it's so important that you are supporting the ministry, that you get to know the ministry. It is a privilege to have people down there getting to know what they support. So yeah.
All right. Well, that's fabulous. Well, listen, I just want to say thank you for your time. We wanted our people to see names and faces that are very important to us. Like I said, we've contributed to your ministry, and we still do, and we still plan to with our golf tournament. And we pray for you. And we just pray not only for your safety, but that you'd continue to be a light of hope there in Brazil. And so thank you for what you do. Thank you for being obedient to the call that God has placed on both your lives. And may God bless you in the future.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you all so very much.
Thank you
and everything that you're doing. Yeah. Keep praying, and we'll be praying for you guys.
All right. God bless you guys.
God bless you too. Thanks so much.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.